What's going on, everyone? This is Jay, and today we're gonna talk about SCHD, the dividend that they pay. We'll talk about some stocks later on in the stream, but I do want to show you guys the spreadsheet, where we are at, how many shares we all have, how much we're gonna get paid. I updated the dividend already, so let me know. Anyone that is in the chat, just put a message right there in the chat. Let me take a look. Let me see who's there in the chat right now. Let's take a look at the stream. There's about 4 of you right now, so let me know in the chat who's there. Before we start going through the SCHD dividend, we're gonna go on the stock analysis tab just to see how much we are getting paid in the dividend of SCHD. Then we're gonna go in the spreadsheet and take a look so we can add and see how much we are all getting paid. So definitely. All right, so INBM210, what's up? What's up? How are you? How you doing? Korean Cardboard. No updates from me, but okay. But it's okay, you know, we're still SCHD investors right here. And we can take a look at some stocks later on, Korean Cardboard. So just stay tuned right there. Hey, Tim, how you doing? Tim, for the second week in a row. So definitely excited. The stream is right now at 9 viewers. So definitely exciting. Vitauras. Yeah, hola, ¿cómo estás? So let's go right away into the stock analysis tab so we can take a look. So let me go ahead and put it in the chat. Change it right here to the second screen. So right here, as you guys can see, SCHD, $27.21 today on Sunday, pretty much. This is before tomorrow, Monday, when the stock market opens. So it's going to be around $27. We are getting paid the dividend. So definitely excited about that. I'm going to give you guys a sneak peek also of the dividend, how much I'm getting paid. I know I should leave it for the video, for the dividend income for the month of September video that I need to post. But I'm still going to give you guys a sneak peek. So, but I'm not going to show you how much did it drip, how many shares did I get from the drip. So as you guys can see right here, the dividends, in the dividends tab, you guys can see 26 cents. That's how much we got paid per share. So 0.2604. That's how much we all got paid from the SCHD dividend. Let me see who else is there. Links Invest. Hey, what's up? Hey, Links Invest. Finanzas con Estilo, 101 shares. I gotta update it in a second. So I'm gonna go back into the spreadsheet. Let me see who else is here. Frank Dolo. Hey, Jay. What's up, Frank? Sisam. What's up, Sisam? Or Sisam. Lawrence. Hi, Jay. I'm now at 27.5 shares. Okay. Nice. So do you guys just want to go straight into the spreadsheet? We can definitely go right into the spreadsheet. And here it is. I already updated. So this is not estimated September dividend anymore. This is already actual September dividend because I updated it to 26. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see. It's probably very small, but it's 0.2604 times the amount of shares that you guys gave me in the last update. So the amount of shares that you guys have are going to be right here on column C. So let me know if I gotta update any of them, so I can update them right now. Like for example, Finanzas con Estilo, just put in the chat that 101 shares. So I gotta change it. So Finanzas con Estilo, last update was a 76, so 101. Nice. So Finanzas con Estilo got like around $26 in actual September dividend. That's very nice. That's like 1 share pretty much. Did you drip? Let me know in the comment section. Déjame saber en los comentarios, en el chat. Who else needed to be updated? Lawrence. I think Lawrence, I got you right here. So 27.5. So right here from 24 to 27 shares. So you got about $7. Lawrence, do you have the drip on this one? On SCHD? That would be like a quarter of a share. So that's definitely can continue to add up right there. I did have 300 shares of SCHD when I got paid the dividend. So I should have gotten paid around $82. So let me show you real quick. Let me just change it real quick so I can then give you a sneak peek of the SCHD dividend that I got paid, how much exactly I got paid. And you guys can see here, let me change it once again, that I got paid $82.09 in dividends from SCHD. So this is a sneak peek. I got a few other dividends that I got paid in the month of September. So I'm very, very happy with this one. It dripped very good into my position back into SCHD. So let me know in the chat if you guys also dripped your SCHD dividend. But I'm very happy with this right now with the drip that I got back from SCHD. Let me go back into the spreadsheet. So $82 for myself. Let me take a quick look and show you right now who else is here. Let me see who else posted. Lawrence, and then IMBM. Hold on, give me 1 second. Have 92 shares. Is it I or is it L? I think it's LMBM. So 92 shares. I gotta add you in here because I don't think I have you in here. So then let me add you right here above Cutter. So it's gonna be IMBM210. So it's gonna be at 92 shares. So let's see how much in dividends did you get. You should have gotten like around $24. Nice, $24. That's almost 1 share if you dripped it back into SCHD. So hey T Caskets, how you doing? Nice to see you in the live. We have about 13 viewers right now. Don't forget, guys, to hit the like button so we can reach some more people in the live stream. And then they can see the spreadsheet. They can see how much we are all making in SCHD as a dividend. Let me see who else updated the shares. So Lawrence dripped their dividend, so that's awesome. Links Invest 307 shares and have the dripped on. So I had you at 305, so 307. So that would be $78 right there, $79 from Links Invest. Wow, nice, very, very nice. Finanzas con Estilo have the drip on. Korean Cardboard also have the drip on. Korean Cardboard update, I'm now at 370 shares. So let's take a look at Korean Cardboard. 370 shares, nice. Right there, let me see, from 360 that you started to 370, $96. So with the drip on, because Korean Cardboard also has the drip on, that's $96. So that's what, like 3 shares pretty much, 3 and change, almost 4 shares pretty much right there. So very nice from Korean Cardboard. Hey Jeremy, how you doing, man? You were late grilling chicken. No, you're not late, you're still on time. The night is just starting, the live's just started, Jeremy, and making some grilled chicken, that's definitely good. I didn't have any chance to cook today, so I had to pick up some quick KFC to get ready for this live stream. So that's what I got today pretty much. Some chicken from KFC with some mashed potatoes and gravy. Had a little bit of that. I have more chicken. I like more the protein than a lot of the carbs, unless I'm making my own rice. But definitely, what's up, Jeremy? I'm sure the chicken came out good. All right, so let me see, T Caskets. Smash the like button. I appreciate that, T Caskets. Definitely smash the like button, guys, so I can reach some more people out there. And let me see who else. Sai Sam, the drip is on, so nice, very nice. Sai Sam, let me see how many shares. I think I have you here somewhere. I thought I did. Maybe I don't. But I thought I added you before. Let me check T Caskets, who's in the chat. 806 shares, $209 from T Caskets. And T Caskets, I believe you have the drip on, right? Yep, drip always on. So 209 shares. Wow, that picked up. How many shares is that? It's at $27 right now. So if I check in my phone, that's $209 divided by 27. So you got like about 7 shares, almost 8 shares. From SCHD, from the dividend. That's very nice. Jeremy, let me take a look at Jeremy. Right here, Jeremy, $60 from your actual September dividend. So that's 2 shares right there, right? That would be like 2 shares, 2.25, 2.5 shares. So definitely good right there. Let's go to the top right here so we can start going through some of these. Like Brian already retired, 17,000 shares, still at the same $4,426 in September dividend. That's definitely goals right there. Hopefully Brian is still watching the live, the videos, the channel. Paper over coins, 7,310 shares, so $1,900. Paper over coins made some moves with his portfolio pretty much. That's why he got from 678 to 7,300, because paper over coins pretty much moved some money and bought a whole lot of SCHD recently. Tom, who's an active subscriber, 6,805 shares. So that's $1,772. Tom is retired too. So 1,700. I'm sure probably Tom, if you're there, let me know. You probably have the your mortgage paid off probably, since you're in retirement already and enjoying that money. 1,772, that will pay for quite a few things, you know, around the house and stuff, like bills, the Netflix subscription, probably a car payment. So that's definitely good right there, man. Investment Panther, I don't remember if Investment Panther also was retired, but 3,500 shares, $911. Ben, $513 right there. Danny, 470. Legendary, are you in the chat, Legendary? Let me know if you are there watching. $314. Is this your actual shares right now? Because I know Legendary was pretty much working a second job and was investing in SCHD and other holdings too. So probably have a little bit more than 1,208. The Camp Dragon, 1106 shares, $288. Chris, $252 right there. Shane from Vested Interest, hopefully you're also watching in here. $232. We already mentioned T Caskets, 209. So definitely that's good. Oh, SciSam is right here. $201. 773 shares from your last update. So that's definitely great. Let me check the comments real quick. So Jeremy right there, thumbs up. IMBM, KFC is yum. Oh yes, that is the ticker symbol for KFC. Maybe we should take a look at that in a few minutes. Once we finish here, we could take a look at the stock real quick. Maybe a stock that I should invest in. So now I just got some KFC, which it wasn't that bad. It was pretty good. I like the original one, original chicken. All right, so Jeremy, yup, $60. I picked up a few extra shares on Thursday dip, sitting on 237 shares. Nice, Jeremy. So 237 shares. That's 237 shares probably after the dividend drip, so, or before the dividend drip. So definitely a very nice position right there. Who else? Let me see. Where were we? SciSam right there. Bird, 612 shares for $159. Can't wait to get up there. Honestly, in shares, pretty much. I wanna start building up my position so more and more on SCHD. And I don't know. I've been considering selling some of my other positions and putting the money into SCHD. But I also like getting multiple dividend payments from SCHD. Then let me take a look right here. Let me take a quick look at the chat some more. The Thrill, 2,650 shares, but trimming to buy some Amazon. Ooh, wow. Very nice position right there. I don't think I have you in here. You're one of the new... hopefully you are subscribed, so I'm gonna add you in here. The Thrill, so I'll add you in here somewhere. You said 2,650, so I'll add you right here, right above here. The Thrill. Let me see how you spell it. I think I spelled it wrong. 2,650 shares, and then you're trimming. So Let me see how much is that in dividends right there. $690. So I'm guessing if you're trimming your position, Thrill, did you get the dividend? Did you take the dividend and build some more Amazon? Is that what you did with the dividend? This is definitely very nice. I'll pick up a couple shares of Amazon right there. $690. And honestly, Amazon is one position or one company that I am bullish on right now. And I bought $100 on Friday. I'm really considering buying some more during the week. So guys, you guys gotta stay tuned for that. Any of you guys in the chat is also buying Amazon? Because it's definitely, I'm trying to take advantage of the dip right now. I know I should probably wait a little bit longer to see if I could build it at a lower price, but I'm okay to just DCA into it right now. I believe that in 5 years from now, the stock is going to be much higher than where it is right now. I even think over $300 per share for sure. So that's my opinion, though. That's what I'm thinking. The growth in AWS, all the subscriptions, everything pretty much just continues to grow. I do believe that logistics is also going to be even better in the future, because everybody is just going to like to continue to ship fast, to get fast shipping, which is what Amazon offers. I ordered something in Amazon today and I get it here tomorrow. I have even ordered some stuff while I'm at work, like on my break time. I'll go ahead, I'll check it out. Okay, I needed to order some of this. I'll order it. I get same day shipping. So when I get home, I pretty much have the package right outside waiting, or somebody from here, like one of my kids will bring it inside. So, that's some of the reasons why I really like Amazon a lot. They also have other programs like Prime Video also, where I'm sure they're gonna continue to grow that. That's gonna take maybe a little bit of market share from Netflix. I do like Netflix more in that aspect, but Prime Video definitely is gonna continue to grow. All right, let's go back into the spreadsheet real quick in the chat right now. So let me see who else is here. The Thrill, Anders, I should be at about 445. Hey Anders, nice to see you in the chat. Nice to see you watching here. So let's take a look at Anders, who's right here, 431. So I gotta update it to 445, and that is gonna be about $115 from Anders. So very nice. I like that. $150. Anders, do you have the drip on? Let me know. I don't think you put it in the chat if you have the drip on. And then Ronnie, $149. Novelitos also $148. Frank Money, $144. Sia Kelly, $130. BC USA, $121. We already looked at Anders. A-Bone, $108. Korean Cardboard, $96. Mario, $87. Mario, you have the drip on. Are you watching? Maybe you're going to watch the replay later on. But $87. Links Invest, who's watching right now, $79. JL, are you in the chat, JL? Are you there watching? I know last week you were watching. So $78 right there, 300 shares for JL. Pokemon Unite, $71. Jeremy, $61. Mike Wood. Mike, you had mentioned, hopefully you are there in the chat, but I do believe that you mentioned two companies that you wanted to look at. So if you are there, leave it in the comments or in the chat. Alex, $46. SMPR, $45. J Thomas, $44. Brainchild, are you there? I think Brainchild, you said you were going to try to make it, so I'm hoping you're there. Leave a comment in the chat also. $39. Iron Mike right here, $143. Brendan, $124. Brendan is one of the new ones that I saw in the chat in the last live. Melissa, 120 shares, so $31. Official Brew Cardinal, $30. Maytech, are you watching? Or if you're watching the replay, $27. Let me take a look in the chat. Who else is here? Anders should be around 445. Frank, hey Frank, how you doing? 135 shares here. I am not on your list. So then let me add you in there. You want to be added, right? I just want to make sure Let me see, 135. So I'm gonna add you right here. Okay, so let me add you right here, Frank. So let me take a look right here, Frank, at 135 shares. So hey, let me know, Frank, do you have the drip on this one? On SCHD, let me see how much you should have gotten paid, around $35. So that's over 1 share. So that's 1.5 share, pretty much right there. And let me see who else. Anders confirmed drips is on. No new investment outside that until next year. Okay, so building those the current positions right now, that is also something that I want to do some more in my positions. I'll probably show you later on if we get to my portfolio. Then let me see. Michael, sorry Jay, I sold out of SCHD. I can't be part of the club right now. Okay, Michael, it's okay. That's no problem. You know, so if you sold out of SCHD, let me know, what did you buy, you know, with the money, and did you make some nice gains? I'm sure you made some nice gains in it, probably with the dividend. You know, you probably got some nice total returns. Hopefully you did, because SCHD was at a nice dip not long ago. So hopefully you did take some gains and move them on to something nice. Then the thrill, selling 5K of SCHD to fulfill my position. Hopefully grows. I'll be taking gains every 10% to put back into SCHD. Okay, that's good. That's good. You know, especially with Amazon. I think with Amazon, what I have is like a minimum 5 year that I want to hold. 5 years I want to hold Amazon. Because I think in 5 years, even longer, if I continue to see Amazon continuing to grow, everything, their subscription and everything continues to grow, AWS, I am going to continue to hold it for longer because I do believe in Amazon long term for sure. All right, let's see who else. Frank Dolo, yes, it is on. So the drip is on from Frank. So nice, very nice. Brainchild, hey, how you doing, Brainchild? Nice to see you there in the chat. 153 of SCHD, and drip is always on. So that's definitely a good move right there. So let me see, Brainchild. We'll do 153 shares right here. So that's $39. That's almost $40. So a share and a half, pretty much. So that's definitely great right there. I think this is pretty much it. So if you guys see right here, $14,575. That's the estimated we are all gonna get paid together, pretty much, because we have right now together 55,973 shares. So that's definitely great right there. Now imagine one person having that many shares. $14,000 in a single quarter. That definitely will be great right there. That's a whole lot of money. 14,000 in a quarter. So that's pretty much a salary right there. How much would it be? 55,000 shares times. Let me do a quick calculation of equal this times $27, I will say, you know, just to see. Let me see, where's the times? It's right here. So let's just say the share price at $27 flat. That will be let me take a look. That will be $1.5 million you will need to buy 55,973 shares. And that's if it's at $27 right now. So $1.5 million, and you can get paid about $14,000 in a single quarter. Wow. That would definitely be great. If I hit the lottery, I think I would do something like that. I would be willing to buy like a ton of shares of SCHD. What would you guys do? You know, I think that would be great. You know, maybe buy some SCHD together with some JetQ. You know, something like that. That would be a very nice monthly income together with the quarterly income. So wow, $1.5 million. That's definitely great right there. Estimated yearly dividends. This is based on last year's numbers. Is altogether $52,000 in estimated yearly dividends. So you will need about $1.5 million to buy this many shares of SCHD and get this like around this much in dividend in a single quarter and about this much in a single year, like about $52 to $60,000, let's just say. So wow, that's definitely great. Looking at the numbers like that, what do you guys think? You know, how does that make you guys think about your investing strategy? You know, are you gonna continue to buy SCHD? Do you want to go with something higher yield? I do like SCHD because the growth is great. You know, the dividend growth is great with SCHD. So that's pretty much why I invest in it. And I don't invest in it for the share price appreciation. I pretty much invest for the dividend growth. So hopefully in the future, you know, in 25, 30 years from now, you know, I'm going to be like, wow, you know, the dividend definitely grew very well. All right, brainchild right there. So definitely Camp Dragon, yay. Camp Dragon missed the start. No, we're still starting. It's still the first 25 minutes right now, pretty much. So we're still at the start. You know, we still got like another hour to go. One thing that I did last week, Camp Dragon, if you missed the live last week, I looked into some stocks that you guys put in the chat. So pretty much pretty soon I'm going to start asking that question. Which stocks do you want to take a quick look at? I'll go in the stock analysis tab and we can take a look at the revenue, see where it is. Even some ETFs we looked at last week. So let me see. All right, Tim, 58K. Yep, 58K shares, or 58 in estimated yearly dividends. Is that what you mean? Lawrence hit the lottery. LOL. Tim, 58K for the dividend salary. Yeah, nice. That will definitely be nice. How is the first 3 quarters of this year compared to last year? Oh, I didn't make that comparison. I did have the numbers from last year to this year. Hold on, let me see if I see it. That is a very good question, and it's not something that I put together. I should have put it together, honestly. But pretty much comparing last year, or no, yeah, I think I have it right here. Yeah, year to date this year, I think it is. Hold on. Yeah, I think it is. Let me just take a quick look at my notes right here. Is the last quarter 3 from last year is 3.54% growth in dividend compared this Q3 dividend to last year's Q3 dividend. So it was a 3.54%. Year to date, all 3 dividends from the first, second, and third quarter of this year compared to last year, it is a growth of 5.52%. So yeah, year to date, 5.42%. I had it in my notes right here in my cell phone. I didn't put it here in the spreadsheet, but that's what I had right there. So very good question right there, Tim. I did have it in my phone. I did not delete it, so thank God I didn't. The Camp Dragon, 1,110 shares. Wow, nice. I think I have you here somewhere. If I'm not mistaken, the Camp Dragon, yep, got you right here. So 1,110 shares right there of SCHD. Then let's see who else. Frank, I have been splitting my contributions between SCHD and SPYI, and the SPYI dividends monthly get split between SCHD and SPYI. Oh, that's a very nice move right there. I do like SPYI. You know, that's one ETF that I have on my watch list for the future, though. But SPYI, you guys can see it right here. The NEOS S&P 500 high income. Who else here in the chat invest in SPYI? Let me know in the chat right there. And how many shares you guys have? 5210, or yeah, and you too, Frank. How many shares of SPYI do you have? Let me see. If assets under management, $5.48 billion, expense ratio 0.68%. That is the only thing that I don't like about this ETF right here. But I do like the dividend, the monthly contributions though. Dividend yield is at 11.75%. So dividend per share right now, if you pick up any shares right now, you'll get $6.12 per share per year. So that's definitely great right there. Let me see the last dividend. You guys can see that it was 52 cents per share. Very nice. right there. So let me know, Frank, how many SPYI shares you have right now. And then let me know, guys, in the chat, which stocks do you guys want to take a look at so we can take a look at them together right now. Don't forget to leave that in the chat. Let me show you my positions in my portfolio. Let me just make sure the chat is still going on. Yep, the chat is right there. And you guys can see that my SCHD right now with the drip on, I was able to pick up a few more shares. So I have 319 shares right now of SCHD. And my second position is All Realty Income, 34.2 shares. So this is one that I need to grow some more. I love the monthly income from Realty Income. And Main Street Capital. Who else here holds Main Street Capital? I got the special dividend. We got paid, we're getting paid right now on Monday together with SCHD, because I just got that too in my drip. Oh no, actually I don't have the drip. I did get the dividend. I don't have the drip on. But it is one that what I'm doing right now is any other positions. The only two positions that I have with the drip is FXAIX and SCHD. That's all I have the drip on right now. And but any of the other companies I don't have the drip on. So let me see who else is here. All right, so Frank, 65 shares of SPYI. Very, very nice. If we do this, 52 cents times 52.7. Let's do a quick calculation times 65 shares. So if we do equals 52, no, it's 0.527 times 65 shares. So that is about, let me take a look in money. Wow, that's very nice. $34 in a month, in a single month, from 60 something shares. So that's great right there. Anybody else holds SPYI? Let me know in the chat right there. But about $34 on a monthly basis. That's pretty nice right there, Frank. Then I have Visa right now, 4.3 shares. Procter & Gamble. The one I did wanted to talk about, actually, let me go into here. It's going to be Amazon. 6.272 shares right now. I am planning on buying some more later on in the week. So I got a 16.2% in performance in unrealized gains. So I have $1,100 invested in Amazon right now. And it is one position that I do want to build up some more. So if we take a look at Amazon, I'm going to show you some of the metrics that I like about Amazon. And if we go right here into the metrics, let me see the online stores. You guys can see that is growing. From 2023 was at 225 billion that they were making to 255 billion. AWS, you guys can see, let me take a look at AWS, from 87 billion in 2023 to now 116.3 billion. These are some of the metrics that I really like about Amazon that I think is just going to continue to grow. And everyone that I open advertising from $43.8 billion to $61.2 billion now in 2025. So in the last 2 years, it has had some very nice growth. Subscriptions also, you guys can see that went from 38.9 billion to let me take a look, to 46.7 billion. And I think that this is just the subscriptions. It's just going to continue to grow and grow and grow. I do believe in that long term for sure. So physical stores, I think this, even though they're growing them, the physical stores, I don't know if this is going to continue to do good. But 19.8 billion, I think they made out of physical stores in 2023 to 21.9 billion in physical stores. Then let's see the international AWS trailing 12 months. I think this is just percentages. But those are some of the things that I like about it. Some of the metrics that I like. And if we take a look at the revenue right here, as you guys can see, in 2020, so that's 5 years ago, was at $386 billion that they were making, to now in the trailing 12 months, $670 billion. And I just think this is going to continue to grow and grow. And let me know in the chat if you guys also agree with Amazon. And do you hold any Amazon in your portfolio? Let me know in the chat. But you guys can see, let me take a look at the shares outstanding once again. They're slightly diluting the shareholder, but not by that much. I think they're doing okay. And I'm sure later on also they're going to buy back some shares. They're just investing a lot more in their programs, in their segments, so in their sectors pretty much. So that's why they're probably not buying back that many shares. But 10.5 billion shares as of right now. I am going to continue to buy. I'm not afraid of that as of right now. Free cash flow, you guys can see $13.4 billion. $32 billion in last year, and the year before $32.2 billion. So I know that they are investing in the company more and more, and that is something that I like a lot about Amazon, that they're just going to continue to invest more and more. All right, let me know in the chat if there's any other one that you guys want to take a look at, any other company. The analysts are calling this a strong buy right now, and I have to agree. You know, this is one company that I am buying. I'm buying the dip right now. Price target $262, 19% upside from here. So you know, that will definitely be some great performance. Especially, I'm trying to build up my position some more. So to have an upside from here of 19%, you know, that will definitely be great. All right, let me see in the chat. SCHD usually has the highest dividend in December. I'm excited for everyone. Hope it's a record breaker. Oh, definitely, Tim. SCHD, the dividend in December is definitely going to be exciting. I can't wait to drip that one back. I can't wait till it's December and I see all the dividend that I received for the year. I want to total everything and see how much I have. Compare it to last year. That's going to be something that I'm going to also show later on. But it's gonna be great. So far this year has paid me a very nice amount. I already looked at the dividend spreadsheet, the monthly spreadsheet, where I put all of my dividends together, and it has paid me more than what it paid me in the last 2 years, pretty much, if I'm not mistaken. SCHD already this year with the new dividend. So I'm very happy, very excited about that. I know that dividend investing takes time for it to grow, but it's definitely worth it. You just gotta stay motivated, stay consistent, just continue to invest, stay disciplined, just continue to invest. It's almost like pretty much like working out. If you stay working out in the gym for 1 month, 2 months, you're not gonna see much of a change. But if you stay working out year after year after year, trust me that in 5-10 years you'll see like a great difference once you compare yourself to the first year that you started working out. It's very important too to keep track of it. That's what I like too about just keeping track in my spreadsheets, because when I compare the first year to the year now, let me give you a quick sneak peek of the first year. Let me just make sure. All right, so I'm gonna show you the sheet that I created in 2023, pretty much. So I'll show you real quick. Let me just change back the camera. But this is where I keep track of my dividends, and you guys can see that SCHD. I'm not gonna go all the way down to this year because I want to leave it for the video that I'm gonna be posting on the income. But you guys can see SCHD, I received $57 in 1 full year in 2023, and right now for this year I got $82. So I already made in this quarter of September what I made in the entire 2023. So that's definitely exciting right there. I had VYM, which I actually sold, and I moved that money into SCHD. I received $9. FXAIX, I had also $3.53. Apple, when I had Apple before I sold it, $1.37. All realty income, $35 in the whole year. The Main Street Capital, $48. You guys can see Johnson & Johnson, Procter & Gamble, it was only $11. Procter & Gamble, I'm been building it right now. So that is definitely one that is gonna continue to grow some more. Coca-Cola, ticker symbol KO. This one is pretty much the same because I haven't grown it that much. SBUX right there, $4 at Starbucks, Vichy Properties, Pfizer, Camview, you guys can see. Bank of America, $19. MPW, when I used to have MPW. Who here remembers when I used to have MPW? $34 right there in dividends. Then I'm going to show you 2024. I'm not going to scroll all the way down because then I'm going to spoil the this right here. But you guys can see that SCHD, $139 in 2024 alone. VYM, $44. This is why I grew my SCHD position so much, because I sold my VYM and I put it into SCHD. And you guys can see Realty Income, $86. Main Street Capital, $67. Main Street Capital, I need to grow that position some more. And in 2024 was when I sold MPW. That's why I have it crossed off right here. But these are some of my favorite positions right here. Main Street Capital, Realty Income, and Vichy Properties too, $22. I don't think you guys can see it because of the camera, but it's $22 in the whole year. This is very important that you keep track of this, because now when you look at it, like for example myself, I'm looking $57 in a whole year in 2024, and now I just made $80 something in one quarter. So that's definitely a great difference right there. All right, let me go ahead and check in the chat to see who else is here. Tim, then Brendan updated SCHD to 129 shares now. All right, let me take a look right here. Brendan, I added you last week, if I'm not mistaken. So Brendan, you are right here. Let me change it back into so you guys can see me updating it. So you are at 129 shares. Whoops, hold on, I updated the wrong tab. So 129 shares right here for Brendan. So $33. And did you drip it on? Did you drip it back, Brendan? Let me know. So $33. So that was a share and a quarter, pretty much, for Brendan, if Brendan dripped it back. All right, AFLAC, AFL ticker symbol. Okay, Tim, I never looked at AFLAC, honestly. I know about AFLAC, I just never looked into it. Because of course they offer it at every company. Let me take a look. AFL. Let's take a look at the AFLAC. This is an insurance company. Market cap for AFLAC $59.5 billion. And you guys can see shares outstanding 534 million shares. The share price right now is at 111. We're gonna take a look at the performance in a second. But earnings per share 4.43, PE ratios at 25.14, forward PE 15.6. So there seems to be like the earnings are gonna be great in the near future. Dividend right now, so 2.08%, $2.32 per share per year. If you pick up any shares right now. The price target is right now at $109. So it's a downside from here of 1.98%. The analysts are calling this a hold. Let's take a look at the 52-week range. So it's been pretty close. It doesn't have that much volatility from what I see right here. 52-week low is $96 and 52-week high $115. So it's a little bit closer than the 52-week high. But if we take a look at the performance, in the last 5 days, it's up 3.07%. In the last month, 3.71%. Year to date, 7.66%. It was even as low as $98 from what I see right here. Last year, 1.52%. And then in the last 5 years, wow, very nice. 211% in performance right there. And that's not including the dividend, which it has a pretty nice dividend yield right there. Let's take a quick look at the dividend yield. So you guys can see that the payout ratio 50%, that's pretty nice right there. Pretty safe, I will call it. Dividend growth 16.6%. That's a very nice dividend growth. They have been growing the dividend for 41 years. This one, it looks very interesting, especially for the dividend. It would be nice to add to a dividend portfolio. Maybe to mine. I do have some cash right now. You guys can see that right now it pays 58 cents. That's how much he pays per dividend per quarter. This is a quarterly payer right here. And he pays in the months of February, May, August. I do want to grow my dividend in those months. So it might be one that I might want to take a look at. You know, any of you guys hold Aflac? How it has been treating you? I definitely kind of like it so far. You know, what I'm seeing right now. Let me take a look at the total revenue. Ooh, the total revenue is going down. What's going on right here? From $22 billion in 2020 to $18.7 billion in 2023, $15.9 billion in the trailing 12 months. That is not very good right there. Let me see policy benefits. I gotta take a look into this one a little bit better. I don't know. I don't have any insurance companies in my portfolio, so I never really looked into one. But let me see the shares outstanding. Let me see if it's... Oh, they're buying back a lot of shares. Oh, so that's good. I like to see this. They're not diluting the shareholder from 713 million shares to now 547 in 5 years. That's definitely some great buyback right there. The earnings per share went down in the trailing 12 months, but in 2024 it was at a nice 9.68 right there. So I don't know. It looks pretty good. I just gotta look into this a little bit more. The total revenue, other revenue, you know, policy benefits. I will have to get educated a little bit more into this one. But let me know if you guys also hold any of these insurance companies. Right here, the balance sheet. Let me see if he has like some debt. There's a long-term debt. Let me see the total debt. Right here, so it has grown to $14.9 billion in debt, but it was pretty flat. It was pretty flat in the last couple of years. So I don't know why did they take so much debt. Maybe something that let me know, Tim, in the chat. Why did they acquire so much debt? What happened there? But it looks pretty interesting, honestly. Maybe one that I will look at on a day once I make a decision on which stock I'm adding or which ETF I'm adding into the growth portfolio. So you guys got to stay tuned for that. Maybe next week's live is going to be the stream next week is going to be about that, about which position I'm going to add into the growth portfolio. And I don't know, maybe Jeremy's going to win on this one. I'm kind of leaning more towards that. All right, let me see. Sam, I began buying Main Street Capital when it was in the low 40s, but I'm hesitant to add more at the current price. You know what? I have a similar situation, Sam. I have a similar situation, because if I show you let me show you my portfolio real quick. You guys can see that in my Main Street Capital, I got 17.6 shares, and my cost per share is at $39.54. So my first few shares, I bought them around $34, $33 right there. Then I bought some more, and I had the drip on for like about 2 years. I pretty much had the drip on. So that is something that is kind of like holding me back too. But one thing that I've been learning, Sam, as of lately, is not to anchor into the share price of a stock, because then you don't grow your positions anymore. And most likely a very good stock will not go back down into the share price where you originally bought it at a couple of years ago. If I'm making myself understand better, but most likely, like for example, a Visa. Visa is a company that, even though right now the share price is at 337, unless something really, really bad happens, I don't think it's gonna go back down to the $200. And that's my cost per share right now, $281. Because Visa just continues to perform very well. Every earnings, they're just in line. It's just business as usual with Visa. So if he goes back down into the 200s, I think a lot of people are going to be very bullish, especially super investors. But it also had to be something really bad, But I don't think Visa is going to be going away anytime soon, to be honest. But it's the same thing. I have a similar situation with Main Street Capital, Sam. So I definitely understand you right there. But we just got to do our due diligence as investors. Do your research. You're going to have to bring the share price up that you're going to buy at, build up your position some more, and then just build it up from there, That's what I'm doing right now. Like for example, Procter and Gamble. I've been buying as of lately. You know, even though I brought up my cost per share from like $141 to 148. So definitely understand you right there. Cam Dragon, 150 shares of Levi, up 21% from original. Only 100 share purchase. Extra 15 shares from Drip. Very nice, Levi. Let me take a look at that stock right here, and then I'll get to the other comments in the chat. But Levi right here, is this the stock that you were talking about? Let me see. I don't think my stock analysis tab is working very well. Let me just take a quick look. But it's not updating right now. I don't know why. Let me just open a new tab real quick. Let me just open a new tab real quick. Yep, if I do a new one, then it definitely yep, it updated already. So let me see. It was just that tab right there. And let me change it back into this. So Levi Strauss and Co is in company. I'm guessing this is the jeans company right there. Let me just do real quick. Let me just boost my my connection real quick. Let me see if I have. Oops, no, I don't have it right here. Streaming. I have Samsung. I have Apple iPad. No, I don't think I can. All right, so Levi, as you guys can see right here, market cap $9.11 billion, shares outstanding 395 million, PE ratio 21.91, forward PE 17.18. Is this the one that you were talking about in there in the chat? I don't know. I don't know if this is it, but shares of Levi. Yeah, so let me see. Yeah, 115 shares. Yes, I think this is the one that you're looking at. Forward PE 17.18. So there seems some undervaluation in the near future. Dividend 2.26%, 52 cents per share per year. Price target is $23. So it's an upside from here of 3.61%. Analysts are calling this a strong buy. Let me take a look at the stock price performance. So in the last 5 days, 1.59%. Upside, then in the last month 7.42%, so nice performance right there. Year to date 33%, very nice. Oh, it would have been nice to buy it right here at $12 a share. Wow, that would have been really nice right there. In the last year 10.25%, and then in the last 5 years 78.1%. I know Levi's, I know these are the jeans, right, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, these are the dress pants, activewear. They do sell them at Costco. I have seen them at Costco, so definitely seen them there. But let me take a quick look because I see a lot of comments in the chat. We're gonna go back to that. Payout ratio 52.67%, so pretty healthy right there. Dividend growth as in the last 6 years so far, 6 years of dividend growth, and then the dividend growth percentage 8.16%. So very nice dividend growth right there. So you get 14 cents per share per quarter. So this is another one. Oh, this is another one that pays in off months. I should take a look into this one too. Even though it is a jeans company, I don't know. Any like sportswear or like you know, anything that is like that with clothing that have to do with clothing. I don't know if I want to invest in those because those come and go, you know, with the style. I know Levi is like a very, very popular brand that doesn't go out of style, but sometimes, you know, they trend. There's a trend. There's always a trend with clothing. That's why I kind of don't look at any clothing brand. But this one looks pretty good, actually. You know, it looks pretty good to do some research, some more research, and to add to a dividend portfolio that maybe is very heavy, you know, an SCHD like mine, and then you just want to get some dividends in the other months, like I'm planning on doing with my other companies like Procter and Gamble. So this one looks pretty nice. It looks pretty good from what I see right there. I didn't look at the financials, but let me see. Financials are pretty steady growing, not very crazy growth from what I see right here, but pretty nice. From in 2021, it was a $5.7 billion in revenue to now $6.4 billion in revenue. So that's not bad growth right there. Let me take a quick look at the shares outstanding. So they do buy back shares slowly. They're pretty steady, pretty much. Yeah, they're kind of buying back shares. Free cash flow, let me see, $365 million. I don't know. One that I will look at, but it doesn't look that bad. It really doesn't look that bad. All right, let me see who else. The Camp Dragon. I still own 102 shares of MPW. I sold it because they cut the dividend multiple times. That's really why I sold it, pretty much. So if we take a quick look at MPW, let me see if I can take a quick look at the at the dividend. You guys can see the dividend growth is a negative 39.62. They have cut the dividend over and over again, and it looks like they did it again right here in 2024, from 15 cents to 8 cents. Was that when I sold it? I think I sold it right here when they cut the dividend right here. I think I did. Or maybe I did in 2024. I don't remember. But I definitely, because they continued to cut the dividend, I don't know, it just didn't look good. I think that some of the, right now, some of the subscribers right now that also were telling me, like, you should sell that stock. And when I looked more and more into it, I don't know, I just went ahead and sold it. I just didn't like the dividend cuts. All right, Brandon, yes, sir, dripping it back. So Brandon is definitely dripping the dividend on SCHD. Tim, I want to buy Aflac so bad. It doesn't look that bad. And there's Aflac, maybe a lot of outstanding claims from COVID. Okay, that makes sense. That might make sense, because it is an insurance company right there. But Tim, it doesn't look that bad. Aflac. I will just do my research a little bit more. Tim, I don't have an answer to that question. Possibly buying up small companies. To the question that I asked about Aflac. So, okay. So maybe buying up small companies. So, okay. Or maybe what Anders said. Maybe a lot of outstanding claims from COVID. Maybe. So it could be any of those. Frank, September is nice for Main Street Capital since you got 2 dividends. Yeah, definitely. It dropped pretty good in the portfolio. Frank, Starbucks is gonna struggle when people are tight on money. The faux latte is the first thing to go. I don't know what that is. The faux latte for fufu latte. I don't know what that is, but it definitely sounds funny. And just so you guys know, I invest in Starbucks, but I really never had Starbucks. I know it's crazy, but I just never had Starbucks. I never even had. I think they had like some lollipops or something like that they have. I just never did. I just saw always Starbucks so busy. Even when I went to Disney World, there's a Starbucks in Epcot right there, and it was packed. It was definitely packed a couple of years ago when I went there. But it was definitely packed, Starbucks. And I always see people at Starbucks everywhere around here. And then I also see like people at my job. There's people at my job that they buy Starbucks every day. Every single day they buy Starbucks. I don't know how much money that is, but it definitely makes me happy that they're buying in the company that I invest in, so I can continue to get my dividends. But I wouldn't do it. I myself will not do it. That is a lot of money. I could buy, if I buy a coffee at Starbucks every day from Monday through Friday, I can easily buy me 1 share every week of SCHD, or even SCHG, which is a great ETF. This is one of my favorite ETFs. Let me know if any of you guys have SCHG in your portfolio, and if maybe we'll look at it in a second once we finish with the comments in the chat. But definitely you could buy from the money that you spend buying a coffee at Starbucks every day. You can buy 1 share of SCHD every week pretty much, and then you can build up a very nice portfolio. All right, let me see. Jeremy, hey, what did AI have to say about adding a position to your portfolio? I still say I bid. So So pretty much, Jeremy, when I did add it, I don't think, no, I don't think I put anything about Bitcoin, or did I? When I asked the question, I know I did ask the question, and it went pretty much with everybody. Maybe I should ask the question once again and just put it on here in a minute. But it went with what everybody shows, which it was Microsoft. AI say that Microsoft will fit the portfolio better. I don't know why, because I have a similar thinking like you. Like, I have a lot of tech already. I do believe Microsoft is in VGT, if I'm not mistaken. And I have it in my S&P 500 index fund. I know it's a great company. I know Microsoft is a great company, and I would not mind adding it. But let me take a quick look at VGT. I think I have it. Yeah, it's the second position in VGT, 13.7% of VGT holdings. So, but the AI kind of went with Microsoft. I'll do it maybe next week. Let me see. Next week we'll talk. The live stream is gonna be about the position that I'm gonna add into the growth portfolio. I think next week I'm gonna be a little bit more ready to talk about it, and then I'll probably do that. I'll probably ask AI, and I'll just put it there so we can all read it and see what you guys think, what AI tells me. But yeah, Jeremy, AI went with everyone, with Microsoft. All right, Jeremy. I would love V at $280. Me and you both, man. Me and you both. I don't know. Do you think it's gonna go back down to $280? I don't know, man. I don't think we're gonna get that lucky again. It was a year ago. Look, in October 2024, that's where it was at $280. You know, it has gone down as low as $312 in April of this year. But I don't know, Jeremy. I really don't think we're going to get that lucky. You know, right now it's at a PE ratio of 32.93, forward PE 27.1. Analysts are still calling this a strong buy at $337. And I've been buying the $25 every week for the weekly challenge. So $386 price target. So it's a 14.4% upside from here, according to the analysts. So I don't know. Do you guys agree with that? Do you guys agree with the analyst on Visa? Let me know. Let me know in the chat if you guys agree. But oh man, I would love for it to go back down into the 200s once again. I think I will just blindly sell some, like at least one of my positions, and just put it into Visa if it went down to the $280. I think I will definitely do that. You know, one of the things that I like about Visa, which I say and I mention, and this is one of the reasons why I kind of don't want to hold Bank of America for the long term, is because in my way of thinking, it's like Bank of America is one, right? It's just one bank. Visa is used in many different banks, you know, so it is something that is used daily. They have so many transactions on a daily basis. Like, I don't know if I'm not mistaken, it's like millions of transactions on a daily basis. And Visa is also international. So that's one of my one of the reasons why I like to continue to build Visa. I know they're gonna get into Bitcoin later on, and that is something that is driving me into some Bitcoin, maybe, thinking later on. And that's probably gonna be next week's live stream topic, Bitcoin. So let me know if you guys are excited about that too. If you guys want to have a live stream about Bitcoin, maybe look at Bitcoin, Ethereum, maybe look at a few of those just to see maybe something I can add into the portfolio. But I don't know if Visa is gonna go down. If we take a look at the revenue, look at this, and this is just the last couple of years. In 2020, it was at $21.8 billion in revenue. And then 2022, 29.3, 2024, 35.9, and trailing 12 months, almost $40 billion. I really don't think this is going to go down. And that's why I don't mind buying right now. Look at the shares outstanding, how they're buying back shares. This is just outstanding. I'm sorry, I had the I didn't have the camera there in the screen, but look at the camera. Look at the shares outstanding. Goes from 2.1 billion shares in 2020 to now 1.84 billion. And this is the other one that I was showing you guys. And I'm sorry, I forgot to change the camera. But you guys can see the revenue right here, how it's growing. It's just growing and growing and growing, which is so great. I don't know. I just can't, This is a company that I really like a lot. And look at the free cash flow. This chart looks very, very good. $22 billion in free cash flow right now. Yeah, the EBITDA, let me take a look at the EBITDA. It's also something that is growing a lot. Let me take a quick look at the EBITDA. Yep, you guys can see, hold on, no, the EBITDA, you see, it's just growing and growing, 27.24 billion in the trailing 12 months. Yeah, definitely. I really like this company a lot. So I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna go back down into those share prices. And I forgot, hold on, I had it in the other screen, but look at this right here. This is what I was looking at, Jeremy, in chat before. In 2024, this is where it was at $280 right here. Let me open up the last 5 years. It's only up in the last 5 years. It's only up 71%. But the dividend growth is great too in this company. You see right here where it was $183 in 2022. I should have started buying this when I first started investing. But I went with other higher yielders. I was just crazy. Dividend growth, 13.46%. So you get some very nice upside. Plus, you get some very nice dividend growth. Payout ratio is only 23%. Very healthy in Visa. I don't know. Waste management, ticker symbol WM from Tim. Let's take a look at waste management real quick. $88.09 billion market cap. The share price at $218 right now. PE ratio at 32.4. Forward PE 27.3. Dividend yield right now 1.51%. So $3.30 per share per year. There's an upside from here, according to the analyst. Price target is $253, so 16% upside from here. Analysts are calling this a buy. We take a look at the performance in the last month, 2.39%. Year to date is only up 8.3%. In the last year, only up 5.3%, and in the last 5 years is up 92%. So it's currently on a share price dip right now, as of recently. So $213 right now. So maybe it is a nice time to buy some waste management. I like this company. This is one company that I will say I like. Right now, look at the revenue from 2020, $15.2 billion to now trailing 12 months, $23.9 billion. So they've been growing their revenue. Let me take a quick look at the shares outstanding, buying back shares too. So they're not diluting the shareholder. Let's see the EPS. Oh, EPS is growing very nicely. From in 5 years ago, 3.54 to now $6.77 in trailing 12 months. Free cash flow, pretty steady. So $2.16 billion. Let's take a look at the EBITDA. You guys can see that it's growing very well too. So that's good right there. Those are some good numbers right there. Let me see the balance sheet real quick. Let me see the total debt. It should be right here. You guys can see, wow, $24.02 billion. Wow. That's a lot of debt right there. Why are they taking so much debt? Are they, what are they buying? What are they spending this on? Maybe they're just investing in the company. Working capital, $832 million. That's how much they have been spending on capital. On capex. So buildings, machinery, this takes a lot of money. That's the one thing. But we're always gonna have trash. We're always gonna have trash. So this is one company. You guys can see payout ratio pretty safe right there, 47.85%. So it's looking pretty good. 21 years of dividend growth. Very nice. Dividend growth 9.32%. So this is one that looks pretty good. I wouldn't mind adding this one to my portfolio, honestly. if it is on a dip right now. It's only in the last month that it's on a dip at 2.39%. But it might be a good time to add some waste management if you really like it. Let me see the no, I don't think it is in the metrics. I wanted to see the PE ratio real quick. The ratios, let me see the PE ratio. It's pretty steady. It's always trading around here, around 30. Look at this in 2021 at 38.4. In 2022, 28.7. So 31. It's trading around the same PE that it's always trading at. So maybe one company that would be good to add. All right, let me see what else. Tim West, SoFi. Let me take a look at SoFi. I think this is a very popular stock on X. It's right now $27.98, $33.5 billion at market cap. PE ratio pretty high, 57.1. Forward PE 65.8. Wow, price target is a downside from here, 32%. Wow. In the last month, it has a 7% upside or unrealized gains right there. Share price return. Year to date, 81.6%. Very nice returns right there. It was at $9.57 in April of this year. In the last year, 261%. Which one of you guys caught that? Which one of you guys held it at $7 in SoFi? Let me know in the chat. Because definitely made up some very, very nice gains right there. 261%. In the last 5 years, it is only 154%. So hopefully you guys bought it a year ago. And you guys are taking advantage of those nice gains right there. 261%. Let me take a look at the revenue. It has been growing. So $3.03 billion. So very nice growth right there. Let me see the shares outstanding. Oof, they're diluting the shareholder pretty bad. From what I see right here. From 526 million shares to now 1.09 billion shares. So that's a whole lot of shares. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't know. Free cash flow is still in the negative. So that's why they're diluting the shareholder pretty much, because they're using that money for their business. So this is not a positive business right now. Maybe one for the long term, maybe for the future, if they continue to grow their revenue. But as of right now, not one that is calling my attention. The CAGR for V is insane year after year. Yeah, I agree. From Tim. V and Costco are never on sale, ever. I have to agree with that. I really, really like Costco. Costco is like one of my favorites. I really, really want to, add Costco to my portfolio. I know some of you guys have it in your portfolio, and you guys probably have some very nice gains right there, but it is one that I would love to add. Even though you guys can see right here, 0.57% dividend yield. But it's one that I think I just spoke about it in the last video. It is one that I would love to add into my dividend portfolio. Costco, for sure. Especially that special dividend. Look at the last special dividend that they did in 2023 December. They had too much cash. That's when you know the company is great. They had too much cash that they had to pretty much give it to the shareholder in a dividend, in a special dividend. And they gave $15 per share on Costco. So imagine being a shareholder from like 2000 or 2001. That's definitely, definitely great right there. They just continue to grow the dividend more and more. This dividend growth, don't go by this. It says negative 74%, but it's because of that special dividend. That's why it looks like that. But don't go by that, because they do grow the dividend. You guys can see that their regular dividend goes from 90 cents per share in 2023 to $1.02 per share in 2024, then $1.16 at the end of 2024, and then you guys can see that $1.30 in this year. So definitely, one that continues to grow their dividend. It was just a special dividend right there. All right, everyone. I'm pretty much getting to the end of the live stream because I am getting a little bit tired and I'm getting very thirsty. I know I have my Costco water right here, which is trying to help me, but you know, I'm definitely getting to the end right now of the live stream. Tim has been very active in the chat, so I'm hoping you guys are also active in the chat. Or get active in the chat. But Tim says WM Waste Management said that they are investing heavily into self-driving trucks back in 2024. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. You know, that will definitely help out right there with the revenue. I did like some of the things that I saw from Waste Management on the research that I just did, and it is one that definitely good to add into our portfolio, honestly, you know, because trash, there's always going to be trash, you know, trash is never going to go away. Like, and then especially, for example, Amazon, if Amazon continues to grow, you know, Amazon continues to do deliveries, right? And I think even the younger generation is just going to be shopping even more in apps like Amazon, because it's just something that you don't even get out of your house. And especially the younger generation, they either don't want to get out of the house or they're always on the go. So when you have something like Amazon, which is an app that you could just order something, it gets delivered to your house, and then either your kids or yourself go ahead and pick it up at the end of the day. What do you have then after that? You have the bags, which is plastic. You have the cardboard, which is recyclable, and Waste Management takes care of that. So I do believe that Waste Management will continue to be a company that will continue to benefit in the future. I don't think it's going to go away anytime soon, honestly. And then even when you think about, right, and these are all small things that I think about, but even like Uber and all that, like food deliveries, they're just going to continue to bring in that, the food in deliveries to the house. They bring them in big bags, so you gotta throw all that out. So it's gonna be even more garbage going into the garbage compactors, and then who's gonna pick it up? Waste Management is gonna continue to pick it up. So, and I know Uber is one company too that it looks pretty good right now to add. I think a lot of super investors are adding it right now. So I think Waste Management is definitely one a good stock right there. Let me see the last few chats right here. Brainchild, would you ever add Berkshire Hathaway, even though it doesn't pay out a dividend? It is one that is on my watch list right now. Berkshire Hathaway, BRKB. That is the ticker symbol. So BRKB. Let me see Berkshire Hathaway. So let me change it back, and you guys can see $500 per share. Let me see in the last month the performance, 2.85%, year to date 10.31. Ooh, it was at a nice share price right here, 459. This would have been nice to add. I know I've been looking at it in my watch list, but it is one that I will add. I will add to my growth portfolio, Brainchild, to be honest. I will add it there. And it is one that I kind of want to add to the growth portfolio. I'm in between, and I'll tell you right now, guys, I'm pretty much in between. Let me just take a quick look right here. Let me look at something right here. I think it went away. Just give me 1 second, guys. I'll take a look at that later on. But it is one that I have because I have as an option for my for my growth portfolio. I have BRKB, I have Microsoft, I have Bitcoin. Those are like my top three, pretty much. Picks to add to the growth portfolio. I do want to add one of those into the growth portfolio. But PE ratio right here, you guys can see. I know Berkshire Hathaway have very nice. Like a large amount of cash. I forgot how much cash they have, but I think it's over $1 billion in cash, or maybe even a couple $1 billion in cash right now. But you guys can see the earnings per share, 29.1, PE ratio 17. Forward PE 22. You guys can see price target 597, so it's an upside from here of 19.3%. Strong buys. Analysts are calling this a strong buy. In the last year, the performance 10.54%. In the last 5 years, 137%. This is one company that I do like a lot. Let me see if I can see the free cash flow right here. It is right now $8.23 billion in the trailing 12 months. That's how much cash flow they have right now. Is that how much cash Berkshire Hathaway is holding right now? I thought it was more than that. I might be wrong. Maybe they don't even have it here. But it is one stock that I like a lot. I would love to add it. If I had a lot more money, if I had a much larger portfolio, man, I will add a couple of these stocks for sure. Because if I have a larger amount of money, let's say I had $200,000 or something like that, you know, I can definitely put like 25 grand into Berkshire, 25 grand into Bitcoin, you know, 25 grand into Microsoft, maybe something like that. But right now I have a very small amount of cash. My portfolio is only a couple $1,000s, you know, especially in the growth portfolio. So, you know, I don't know. But yeah, it is one that I would like to add. All right, let me see the last few comments. If you want to educate people on what not to buy, look up ORC and their ugly financials. MPW looks great compared to the... Oh, wow. There's a company worse than MPW? That's definitely crazy right there. You know, I don't... That is definitely crazy. Let me just do real quick some research right now. Just give me 1 second. Let me take a quick look right here. Let me see. All right, so ORC. Let's take a look at ORC real quick before we go. ORC, Orchid. Yeah, right. That was the one. Tim, let me see. Yeah, ORC. $7.05 a share right now. And I'm sure ORC, Orchid Island Capital, right now. Dividend, wow, 20.43%. Wow, 20% dividend yield, $1.44 per share per year. Wow, let me see the price performance right now. Year to date, negative 9.3%. In the last year, 12.42%. In the last 5, wow, 72%. Oh my God. Wow, that's pretty bad. That is pretty bad. Max, oh my God. Since inception, 90% in the negative. So if you bought any shares in inception, like when they first started, when the company first went public, you pretty much almost lost all your money. You just been collecting dividends. But let me see the dividend. I don't think you can go by the payout ratio because this is like a bank or mortgage REIT probably or something like that. All right, so oh my gosh. So pretty much the dividend started in 2022 at 22 cents. Then for a couple of years, it was at 16 cents. And I think this is a monthly payer. So it's pretty much almost like AGNC. And then in 2023 went down to 12 cents. And then since 2023, it's been at 12 cents since then. Oh my gosh. I don't know. This is one company. Ooh, look at the revenue. Oh my gosh. It's barely in the positive. $24 million. I think they're probably paying a lot more. I think they're paying cash in. They're pretty much using everything that they're earning to pay a dividend. Pretty much from what I see right here. Shares outstanding. Look at how they're diluting the shareholder. Oh my God. I'm hoping none of you guys hold this one. I really don't. I really hope you guys don't. This is pretty bad. Oh my God. 90 million shares outstanding. Look at this. Compared to Visa, which it was going down very nicely. In this metric right here, in shares outstanding, you don't want it to go up. This one is different. This one is definitely different than the revenue. You know, revenue, you definitely want it to go up. And free cash flow will be great if it goes up also. But shares outstanding going up like that? No. Wow, Tim, definitely a great pick right there to show people. You know, what would be a stock? A stock that you don't want to invest in. You might not, or just think about it twice before you invest in it. Brendan, I work at Costco for 23 years. Wow, Brendan, I actually envy you. I honestly do. I love Costco so much. I don't know if it is because I shop there every week or almost every week. No, actually, I haven't gone in the last 2 weekends. I couldn't. I've been working a lot. But it is one store that I enjoy going every time. I love going to Costco. So I really envy you on that one, you know. And hold on, since you've been working there at Costco, you guys get like stock compensation, right? I think you guys can buy the shares a lot cheaper or something like that. Let me know in the chat, but or maybe you did put it in the chat. But I think you guys can buy the shares much cheaper, or you guys get some stock-based comp, you know, something like that. So let me know in the chat for sure. All right, but Brendan, definitely that is one place I would love to work there. I would love to work at Costco. Maybe in the future, if I have a very nice large dividend portfolio, where it's paying me a nice amount, maybe I could find me a part-time job there at Costco, you know, that I could go ahead and work there. That would definitely be great. All right, Brendan. Let me see. IMBM, nice. Do they allow you to buy shares? IMBM was asking Brendan, you know, if they allow him to buy shares there. And Brendan said yes through the 401k. Oh, okay. So that's how you can invest in Costco through the 401k. And is it, Brendan, is it like a cheaper price than what we can buy it at? You know, that's I'm curious about that. But definitely a company that I like. Brainchild, quick Google search says that they gave $340 billion in September. Which one is this one? Was this one was talking about Berkshire Hathaway? I think that's what it was. All right, IMBM was still talking to Brendan. Very good. Frank, every journey begins with a single step. Yes, it does. I agree with that 100%. Like that comment right there, you know, like that quote, you know, because I pretty much started very small. I started with $200. I started this portfolio with $200, which it was pretty much, I'll show you right now, the dividend portfolio. And right now I have it at $23,900. So I did I did start with $200. That's how I started this portfolio right here. I remember. All right, let me see who else in the chat. Let me see. Tim, yes. Tim, worst share ever. Oh yeah, about ORC. Yeah, definitely. It was crazy. Those were not very good numbers. Hello, Jay. Unboxing names. Hello, Jay. Can you check on NVS? Okay, let's take a quick look before I leave. Let's take a look at NVS real quick. I don't know how to say that name. You know, my English is not very good. Novartis AG. I don't know, something like that. Let me see what this is. Let me see. This is manufactures, distributes, markets, and sells. Oh, pharmaceutical company in Switzerland. Okay, so it's an international company. $238 billion market cap right now. Earnings per share 6.85. That's nice right there. PE ratio 17.4. Forward PE 14.4. So there seems to be some undervaluation in the near future. Dividend yield 2.10%, $2.60 per share per year. And then the analysts are calling this a sell. Oh, wow. They're asking to sell this. So the price target, 3.76% downside from here. Let me take a look at the performance. In the last month, 1.1% in the negative. Year to date, 27% right there in share price, upside in share price. In the last year, 6.2%. In the last 5 years, 41.95%. So very nice right there. So that's pretty good right there. Very nice upside. Let me take a quick look at this. So it seems like they've been growing their revenue. That's good right there. They went from going down in 2020. They were doing good, $49.8 billion in revenue, and then they went down as low as $43.4 billion. But now they have been going up in the past couple of years, $55.1 billion right there. And then let me take a quick look at the shares outstanding. This is another metric that I like, and I really like this. I like this right here. It's going down. They're buying back shares, not diluting the shareholders. You see, this is what you want to see. You don't want to see what ORC had. You want to see this, what this stock have. 1.98 billion shares outstanding. Let me see the free cash flow. Oh, free cash flow is growing too. $19.3 billion in the trailing 12 months from 2023, which seems to be the lowest at $13.3 billion. So I like that. Let me take a quick look at the total debt. And they have a lot of debt, which usually I think pharmaceutical companies have. So $32.6 billion in debt. So they have taken some debt, which is not very good. Let me see the dividend, if it's pretty healthy. So as you guys can see, 37.9% payout ratio, which is good. 6.80% in dividend growth. So that's pretty nice right there. I like that. Growth years, 5 years. In the last 5 years. Also, they pay yearly. This is an international company, I believe. So you get paid yearly, the dividend. But you guys can see that it has been growing the dividend. Right now, it pays $2.59 per share per year. So once a year, you'll get in March. Every March, they pay the dividend. So you just got to wait 1 year to get the dividend. But they have been growing the dividend, which is good. Who here holds this one? MVS. I kind of like what I saw just now. I'll have to do a little bit more research in it, but I like this stock. From what I see. Unboxing NAMS. What are your thoughts on Oracle? I think this is a popular stock right now. I think it has, if I'm not mistaken, this one is in the tech sector, right? Ran up in share price as of recently. Yeah, year to date 70.1%. PE ratio 65.6. Forward PE 40.03. I don't know if right now is a good time to add it. Just because it have ran up so much in share price, 20% in the last month. I know the last couple of days it has gone down in share price. I think what was it? Has a very nice boost on something in this company, in Oracle. I don't have much to say about it, but I know it is a popular stock on X also. Let me see, the free cash flow is up negative $5.88 billion. That's not good. I know that they had a boost in something as of recently, and I can't think of what it was. Let me see the total debt. Wow, $111 billion in total debt. That's a lot of debt. Ooh, jeez. I don't know. It has dividend, 0.71%. Payout ratio, 43.9. They have a lot of debt to be paying a dividend, honestly. Maybe they shouldn't be paying a dividend. Dividend growth, 18.75%. I know this company, I remember seeing something recently in this company that they had a boost on something. That's why the share price went up pretty good. I can't think about it. But I don't know. As of right now, I don't know. I don't have an opinion on it. As of right now, I don't know much about it to have an opinion, honestly. So I don't want to give you the wrong opinion, to be honest. Tim, this is a community warning, act of kindness showing this terrible company. So ORC might do well if we see rapid interest rate drop. from Anders? I don't know. I don't think so. I think that company was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. You need to see a whole lot of growth in that company. JL forgot the time. Oh no, JL, don't worry about it. I'm happy to see you there. I'm very happy to see you. I know we are towards the end of the live stream right now. Because I've been trying to drink a lot of water because I've been talking a lot. But I'm coming down to the end of the stream. But I'm happy to see you, JL. Every time you guys show up in here, all of you guys, Tim, JL, Anders, Jeremy. I was hoping I see Legendary in here, but probably not able right now. But many of you, Brainchild, IBM also have been very, very active in the comments. Frank also has been very active. Many of you, Camp Dragon, Brendan. Something I learned about Brendan, that Brendan has been working at Costco for over 2 decades. So I kind of envy Brendan on that. Brendan, not a cheaper price, but stock was $30 a share when I first started. Wow, Brendan. Oh my God. $30 a share on that Costco. Brendan, pretty much to anyone that just joined the live, Brendan in the chat has worked at Costco for 30 years, for 23 years. So I asked Brendan if the share price is cheaper or anything like that, because, since he works at Costco, so you could buy the stock through the 401k. And when Brendan started buying Costco shares, it was at $30 a share. Wow. So Brendan, you got to be holding a whole lot of shares. And at $30 a share, when you got the $15 dividend, wow, you pretty much got, a lot of your investment already back from just that one dividend right there, from that one special dividend. That's definitely great right there. Oh, man. I'm even going to tell my kids, if they don't want to work anywhere else, they got to apply for a company like Costco or something like that. Definitely, definitely a company like Costco. And the first thing I'm going to tell them, as soon as you can open that 401k, you better open it, and I'm going to open it for them. I'm going to be right there on the computer. Gotta open it. Boom. That's it. You better, I'll sit them down and I have them open that 401k and invest in Costco. Oh my God. $30 a share, Brandon. Definitely envy you on that. Definitely congrats. INBM, wow, that's awesome. Yeah, with the surprise face. Yeah, I know. I am too. Definitely. Anders, Tim was telling Anders they have done nothing but go down regardless of interest rates. Yeah, I do have to agree, Tim, and Anders, yeah. I wouldn't, man, that would be one thing I would tell you guys. Don't even look at that stock, that ORC stock. I don't think it's worth it. Not right now. Maybe in the future. Look at it a couple years from now to see if it's even in the stock market anymore, or maybe they have recovered, But the numbers were pretty bad, I wouldn't. All right, the last comments right here. You monies. Oracle got a deal with OpenAI, $400 billion just from one company. They are selling shovels during the gold rush. That's why they got this debt now to build data centers. Oh, okay. So that's why they have some cash. They have some debt to build data centers, pretty much. That is a good investment, especially for the future. And one thing that one of the subscribers mentioned before, there was a stock that I liked. I forgot the ticker symbol. I think it was FIX, which is like a heating and cooling company. Honestly, those are some companies that we got to take a look at, because AI is going to need some heating and cooling, because you got to keep all those computers at a good temperature. They cannot be too hot, they cannot be too cold. They have to be cool all the time, so it is something good to look at, and you don't even know. I think that's going to be a good job too for the future for people, together with plumbing, but heating and cooling, I think that will be a good sector to look at, especially for AI, because I think they're gonna benefit a lot, you know, especially the bigger companies. Anders, I always keep some cash for speculative investing. Yes, Anders, that's always good. I think it's always good to have. I know a lot of people like to go ahead and invest whatever they can, you know, just continue to DCA into stocks. And I like to do that too, but I also learned to try to have some cash to see if there's some opportunities in the stock market. Pretty soon I'm planning on adding one stock into my growth portfolio where I have, I'll tell you right now, just give me 1 second. Let me open this spreadsheet real quick for the growth portfolio. And if you guys see right here, let me show it. Let me change the stream cam. And you guys can see that I have about $1,032. No, I think I have $900. I haven't updated this actually. I haven't updated this spreadsheet. So I have around $900 something, almost $1,000 I have in the growth portfolio, which I'm gonna use some to build some Amazon, which is a stock that I'm gonna continue to buy. Share price right now is at 219. I mentioned that in the last video that I posted earlier today, so hopefully you guys check it out. And don't forget to hit the like button, guys, in the stream right now. I really will appreciate it if you guys continue to support the live stream. I got 20 likes and there's 19 of you, so really appreciate it. Anyone that just joined, don't forget to hit the like button. But I have about $900 something, and about half of that I want to use to build up a new position in the growth portfolio. I was thinking about putting it in VGT, but I think I want to do something exciting in this portfolio pretty soon. So it might be the next live stream. So don't forget to subscribe also, so you guys can see the live stream next week if you guys enjoyed this one, which I hope you guys did. I really hope you guys enjoyed this one. But about $900 I have in cash right now, which I'm planning on building up a position pretty soon, like a new position in my portfolio. Then let's see. Let me see. JL. Wow, nice buy with Costco at $30. I wish. Yeah, I know, JL. I definitely envy Brendan right there. That's definitely definitely very, very good buy right there. Those are definitely goals right there. Woof, $30 a share Costco, and right now it's at $900. Those are very, very nice gains right there. Woof. And then with those special dividends, oh my God. I don't think I will ever sell it, you know, to be honest with you. I don't think I will sell Costco. And I could talk about Costco for like the next 30 minutes, you know, how much I love Costco. Tim, to Anders, when the word dividend trap is mentioned, just think ORC. There is zero upside ever. Definitely, I agree with that, Tim. Brendan, most of us Costco employees are hoping for a stock split sometime here in the near future. Wow, I cannot imagine. Wow, a stock split in Costco. You'll definitely be very happy. I think you're gonna be very happy, you know, for the rest of your life, you know, with just the Costco stock at that share price. And they're just continuing to grow the stores more and more. Every year, every quarter, they're just continuing to grow and grow and grow the stores. That's also why I want to build up a Costco position. If I had a much larger portfolio, I think I will buy. I would have bought a couple shares of Costco already. You know, maybe in the future. You just never know. And there's yeah, that seems to be a bit extreme. Yeah, so Anders and Tim have been talking about ORC in the chat. So that was a good one, Tim. I'll tell you that right now, man. That was definitely a good one. That was definitely a good one to look at. Brendan, keep up the good work, Jay. Been cool to jump in here in the last few weeks. Oh, I really appreciate it, man. I really appreciate the support. I really appreciate anyone that is new to the channel. Also, I am hoping to continue to do these live streams, and I've been getting pretty comfortable. I could never have imagined doing any live streams, honestly, in YouTube. When I looked at my first few videos, when I first started investing and I first started sharing my journey here in YouTube, my portfolio was at only a couple $1,000s. It was pretty much like the size of the growth portfolio, which is right now $5,000. So it was somewhere around there. And my videos were pretty bad, you know, but I was still getting a couple of subscribers, which I was very surprised about. Now that I think about it, I'm like, how did I get subscribers? Maytech was one of the first ones. I think Maytech was subscriber number 10, somewhere around there. So I'm like, wow, you know, definitely very surprised. But now I'm live stream, which is very surprising to me, and I'm much more comfortable today, which is great. I really hope you guys enjoy the live stream. You know, I'm gonna read the last few comments, and then this is pretty much it for me. But I really appreciate everyone's support, man. You know, I got about 23 likes, which is awesome. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I really appreciate all of the comments in the chat. You know, interacting with you guys is awesome. I also, one of the other reasons why I created this channel was pretty much to talk to people about investing, because anyone near me, like the people close to me, don't know anything about investing. So I can't talk to them about it. You know, I gotta do my own research on the side. I don't have people that can give me their opinion. Only you guys, you know, whenever I talk to you guys in the chat, in the videos, in the comments in the videos, whenever I get a chance to respond to your comments, you know, I go ahead and read them, respond to them, to each one personally. I don't have anybody else commenting or responding back. I usually talk, you know, respond to you guys personally. So definitely something that I really appreciate. And you know, just want to see the last few comments in here, and then that's gonna be it for me. But you know, right here, Brendan, yeah, keep up the good work. Jay, Tim, if Costco split, the buys will drive the price up overnight. I think so too. I think I will buy. If Costco split, if they did a share price split, I think I will buy. Even though I should buy right now, honestly. I love Costco. Frank, yes, yeah, this live stream deal is awesome. If you gotta pee, then you go, bro. No, actually, don't. I don't have to go use the bathroom. I'm just, you know, it's just my. I've been talking about it, you know, for too long. I think that's what it is. So, you know, I've been drinking my Costco water, so Kirkland water, as you guys can see right here. I've been drinking my Costco water to try to, you know, keep it. But good stream, brother. Thanks, Jeremy. I really appreciate it, man. You know, you've been a supporter, a subscriber for quite some time, and I really appreciate everything. Have a good week, guys. Great stream. You are killing this. Thanks, Tim. Really appreciate it, Tim. Tonight you were killing it. Tonight you were the star, #1 in comments right here, and I really appreciate everything that you put in the chat, Tim. Thanks, Jay from Brainchild. Have an awesome week and an awesome night. Oh, so same to you. Jeremy West, my opinion, at IBIT, not MSFT. I don't know, Jeremy. I don't know. I'll leave it for next week. I'll leave it for the next week's stream for sure. we'll talk about that in the next stream. The thrill, Boris, sigue pa'lante, peso a peso, se llena el pote. Gracias, muchas gracias. You know, I really appreciate it. All right, everyone. I'm hoping you guys really like the stream. I'm about to head to bed pretty soon, so hope you all have a great week. Stay investing, stay consistent, stay disciplined, and I'm sure, and then just make sure that you don't sell out of fear. But yeah, definitely stay consistent, guys. You know, very, very important. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this one, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.